Good frosty Monday morning, everyone, and welcome. Oh, it's a chilly one here, and this little guy doesn't want to leave me, but I don't think he likes when I talk. So there we go. That's the secret. Just start talking, and maybe he'll find somewhere else to go have his nap. Go on your bed, baby. Anyway, welcome. I'm Connie Douglas from Great Stamping with Connie, and I'd like to welcome you to Monday Motivation. I look a little dark. I'm not sure what's going on with my lighting. It's the same as always, but I'm wondering if it's because it's actually quite bright out the back. It's not sunny. It is cloudy. They're calling for snow squalls. The sky's a little gray. Not real dark right now, but might get there. But it is cold. And so the air is very crisp, and I think that just makes everything sort of reflect off the white snow. There's water on my window, on this window, and so I don't know whether that's why. I think that's why it looks frosted, but anyway, I'm inside and it's warm in here. Warm enough for Felix to jump down and find somewhere else to go nap, which is good because it's hard to craft with a kitten in your arms. Okay, if you are here joining me this morning, do say hello. Let me know that you're here. Let me know where you're watching from, and if it's frosty where you are. It is the thermometer said -19, which is not as cold as some of the areas around here. They were talking about it on the radio, and they were having people call in and say what the temperature was where they were, and there was some minus 27s or so. I don't know. It was cold. It's colder than -19. It's like, oh, we're a balmy -19. But it is, in fact, quite chilly out today. It's supposed to be a bit of a deep freeze for the next few days, and then it's supposed to be more moderate again, at least in Wasaga Beach. So hopefully you are staying warm wherever you are, and it's a perfect day to stay inside and do some crafting. So uh, what did, oh, online global retreat coming up February 21st and 22nd. We have an early bird price for that, and it was to end last Wednesday, the 15th, but Google has obviously done something with Google Forms, and all of us were having difficulty getting our forms to work and stuff. So we decided on the weekend that we would extend the early bird pricing to this Wednesday. So if you haven't registered for that yet, but you would like to, you can still get the early bird pricing. So it is $95 in Canada if you would like the full retreat package for that. And the full retreat, hey, Joanne. Oh, I bet it's chilly in Ottawa. If you would like the full retreat package, you get a goodie bag with over $30 of product. You get 8 make and takes in addition to the goodie bag. Although we use some of the goodie bag items in the make and takes. You will have 2 Zoom events where we get to gather and chat and get to know each other. 8 make and take sessions. So we usually do them 2 back to back. So 4 times we'll do 2 sessions to go over the make and takes, as well as showing you other projects and giving you other ideas and inspiration. So together you'll see over 30 projects that we will present or share with you, 8 of which will be your make and takes. So lots and lots of good stuff going on with that. These cards are generally technique or fancy fold. They're a little bit more stepped up than what you normally see me do on my Facebook Lives. Because over time, the group has told us that's what they like. So that's what this retreat has kind of become. So if you are interested in the online global retreat, there are 4 demonstrators from Canada, the United States, Australia, and the UK. So if you're in any of those countries, you are welcome to join us. We also have an all access pass, which just gives you it gives you access to all the Zoom and Facebook Live events. It gives you the PDF tutorial, but it does not give you the actual pieces for the make and takes or the goodie bag or the other little gifts that we send along. Okay, let me do this. Let me go down here. And And see what dates for that. Oh, Joanne, the online retreat is February 21st and 22nd. It's a Friday and a Saturday if you want to be involved at the time, but because it's online, everything is recorded. So you do get you could go back and watch any of the videos. So it's always great to be there live, but if you can't, you can always get it after the fact. And you can go back and rewatch things if you kind of forgot what you're supposed to do with some of those bits and pieces. Welcome, Donna. Thanks for stopping by. Okay, the other retreat that I haven't mentioned, but is very much on the go, is my girls' getaway weekend, and that is February 7th to 9th. So that is coming up in just over 2 weeks. So registration is going to close for that by the end of this week. And I can always squeeze an extra person or two in if you let me know, but I would really like to get all the registration tidied up by the end of the week because I have to order product for that. So that is an awesome, awesome, awesome weekend. And it is in person, includes your accommodation, all your meals, crafting supplies, a goodie bag, gifts, and just a whole lot of good times. I hope you're staying warm, Donna. It's a frosty one out there today, for sure. Okay, shall we do some crafting? I have a card. I have pieces and I have a card. So I'm going to up just a little bit today from something that, whoops, I do on a regular basis. And that is I am going to use some paper pumpkin pieces. So this is the card that I made as my sample, and it says celebrate love. So it could be a Valentine's Day card, it could be an anniversary card, it could be a wedding card, uh, it could be lots of things. So your choice. I have used here the Marbled Elegance Specialty Designer Series paper, and this is uh, gorgeous, marbly red and pinks and gold. There's gold foil in the paper. So I thought we would use that. And then I've used some gold foil sheets, just strips of that. But the stamps that I used, oh, off to work. Okay, Joanne, have an awesome day. We will catch up with you. Hopefully we'll catch up with you soon and we can have a more of a chat because we haven't gabbed in ages and we need to do that. Um, this is the stamp set that came actually in the January Paper Pumpkin kit. The kit is called Hearts for You. And these are the three designs of the cards that you would make using the kit. If you are a Paper Pumpkin subscriber, you already have this kit. If you are not a subscriber, sadly, the kit is not available to you. But you can always subscribe to Paper Pumpkin, and then you can get past kits as they are available. So no guarantees that this one will be available, but there's a very good chance that it is. So if it's something that you are really interested in and you are not a Paper Pumpkin subscriber, once you subscribe, you have access to all the past kits. So Celebrate Love was from there, as well as these heart stamps. So I thought, we'll just use that. This kit has some wonderful, I haven't made it, it just arrived the other day. So, but it's got wonderful, look at these they're almost like champagne color foil and filigree hearts and more foiling, and then some great big hearts in Fleur de Flamingo and real red. And then, you know, a bunch of other things that you need to make the cards, but those are some of the highlights in that kit. So it's an awesome kit for generally sort of for Valentine's Day, but there isn't actually a happy Valentine's Day sentiment in here. So they're suggesting that you can use this for all sorts of things. And we are going to make something sort I'm actually going to do the second one maybe with a birthday sentiment, just to, if this is not quite your style, you can still make a beautiful card with a birthday sentiment. Okay, I have a thick basic white standard card base, 8.5 by 5.5, scored at 4.25. I have a piece of real red cardstock that is 5.25 by 4. And then I have a 1 3/4 by 7, and this is just a rough estimate sizing strip of the Marbled Elegance Specialty Designer Series paper, and that is for this, and that's why I say it's sort of a rough estimate on sizing, because we are going to go over the edges and then we're going to trim it. Same thing with my 1/2-inch gold foil strips. You do need one that's long enough to kind of get you started. So I was just going to go from this very corner to this very corner, and that's where my strip's going to go. And then I'll trim the rest. And then I have a gold circle. That's a 2-inch diameter circle, and this is a basic white 1 3/4-inch circle, and then a strip for my sentiment. So those are the pieces that you need if you want to create the card like this. So let's get started. Whoops. Okay, I am going to start, I think, with my stamping. So here is I'm going to bring in my real red ink. And here's the stamp. So for this first stamp, I am just going to ink it up and stamp that on my circle. I'm using my opposite hand. I fell skiing. I was doing training the other day and I fell, and so I have skier's thumb. When you hold your ski poles, if you fall, you tend to open up your hand to let go of your pole as you're falling, and then you tend to land like this. And yep, that's what I did. So it's not a really bad injury, thankfully, but it's a little bit tender and it's not strong. So I don't have a lot of strength. I was trying to use some scissors to cut open a package of meat to make my lunch to go to synchro yesterday, and it's like, I can't do it. And so I tried putting my hand on the outside of the scissors. Anyway, nothing was working quite right. So I got MSH to help, and that worked well. Okay, this stamp I'm going to bring in just scrap paper because I've inked it up, but I want to stamp it off. So I'm just going to stamp once. Actually, I want to give it a good stamp. I want to take off an awful lot of the ink. And then I'm just going to come down into here. And so we get a much lighter image, which is exactly what I was after. I didn't want it dark red and dark red. So stamping off is a great way to get a matching tone, but a lighter shade. It's one of the first techniques we tend to use when we start learning paper crafting and card making and things. So, but it's a good one. It especially when you're just starting and you don't have, several colors of ink yet as you're building up your supplies. It's a great way to get 2 colors with 1 ink pad. Okay, so I'm going to bring in my silicone sheet here because these things are going to extend past here. So go like this. We're going. I need to get these corners to touch. Is this my longer piece? Yes, it is. Okay, so I am going to use liquid glue just in case I need to slide this around at all, which I may. My when I made the sample card, my strip was longer, and so I had a little more flexibility to just kind of smack it down. But this one, because I'm matching corners, I need to be careful that that I've got it all the way. There we go. We'll go right about there. There's no right or wrong on your angles or anything. It's just wherever you would like. And this piece, as I said, is about 7 inches, so it's a little longer than we need, but we'll put it down. Maybe I'll do it. Oh, a lot of this is going to get cut off. I wanted to have a little bit of that in there, but it's okay. We will make it work. Here's the other tricky part, squeezing the glue bottle. So I have to kind of hold it in my whole hand as opposed to using my thumb to squeeze it. Okay, and then I'm gonna just put this down here, making sure I cover all of the cardstock. Whoops, get that. Ah! Saved it. So I want it right up against this, but not overlapping, obviously. The theory was that I would slide it in, but then I kind of messed that part up. Then we're going to come in with the last gold strip, and I don't need a whole bunch of glue on here. I'm going to stop about here, just so I don't get glue absolutely everywhere. So celebration has started, and along with that, there is, oh, I'm not sure what I was doing there. That seems like I've gone very far with the glue. I'm just going to kind of hold up this end for a moment because I don't want to get glue all over my glass mat. Okay. Yes. So for every $75 you spend, you may select a free celebration item. And there's some single items and there are some double items. So you can choose whatever you wish. And there's lots and lots and lots of things. Designer series paper, card kits, stamp sets, embellishments, ribbons, lots and lots of choice. So great things. There is also a stamp and die set that I used quite a bit last week at my kickoff. It's called Heart Shape. It is actually out of stock right now, but it is supposed to be back in stock next week. So it is coming back, hopefully soon. There is also a wonderful join promotion on right now. You get $165 worth of product, any product that you choose, for $135. You don't pay any shipping on that. And in Ontario and most provinces, there's also no tax on that. So it's $165 worth of product shipped to your door for the grand total of $135. That's the standard deal, and it's always awesome. But right now, you may also choose to add a free stamp set and 2 full packages of Stampin' Right markers. So the Stampin' Right markers come in all of our color families, neutrals, brights, regals, and subtles. And you may choose 2 of those color families. So that's $129 additional value. So it's like $294 of product for $135. You really can't beat that. So if you are interested in learning more, let me know. Be happy to chat with you about that. So I stamped my hearts, but I forgot to stamp my sentiment. Okay, but we have this we have this coming together now. And now we'll go back and stamp our sentiment. If I could find it, it's hiding under here. So I did use the Celebrate Love last time, but I'm going to use Happy Birthday this time, just to make this card a little bit more generic. And the Happy Birthday that I'm using is from the Beautiful Butterflies stamp set. So that's where that's from, if you are wondering. There we go. Ooh, happy birthday. That's bright and festive, isn't it? Real red is such a lovely color. It's just such a beautiful red. At least I think so. I know red is not for everyone, but I like a blue red. So I really like real red. And I really like also a lovely blue red. Okay. Now this guy. I did banner ends on there. So I think I'm going to come in and just clip these ends a little bit shorter. A little bit of sticky on my scissors from cutting that that last piece. Okay, and then I'm going to come in the center and snip. I'm going to come from this corner and clip, snip to the middle. Okay, and then I'm going to turn it over and do the exact same thing there. Okay, I find that easier than coming from the opposite side for the second cut. I don't know why, I just do. Nope. Okay. So let's put this onto our card base because after this, it's going to get bumpy. We'll put the other two pieces on with dimensionals. That right there. Go. And then I'll flip these guys over and I have dimensionals here. I'm just going to use this little guy because, oh, okay, maybe I'll use all three of these. I kind of knocked him off before, so I don't want him to lose his sticky. Go. And get the backs off of these. These. And then we can finish this. So I'm going to put this right up in this part again. I'm in with my sentiment right about. No, I want to keep it over to this edge, I think. Right about there should work. There we go. So there's a happy birthday. So it's just a little bit more general. It still has the heart, but it's obviously not a Valentine's Day card. This one absolutely could be for Valentine's Day, though. So your choice, however you want to do it. I did not put any gems on these. There's a lot of shine. I'm not sure how well it shows up on camera, but there is a lot of gold and shine on this right now. So I didn't add any gems to these cards, which I know is very unusual, but I think it's okay. I think it works all right. So all righty, let me come back here. So this was quick today. That's a fairly quick card to make, but there's lots of shine and fun and some pretty paper and all the rest of it. So it's a quick card, but it's a pretty card. I hope you like it. I hope you enjoyed that, and I hope you give this a try. Doing things on a diagonal like that, it just changes things up a little bit. Could have done a straight strip, but sometimes it's fun to just turn it on an angle and go on the diagonal. Thank you so much for hanging out with me this morning. I hope you enjoyed it, and I hope we have a chance to craft again really soon. I will be back on Wednesday afternoon at 4 p.m. for Craft Spot. I hope you'll join me at that time. Take care, everyone. Stay warm. Bye for now.